Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Biden and New Hampshire and South Carolina and conflicting rule sets that are likely to set up a situation in which a bunch of bad information can get out. I already see the memes being created. So, what we're going to do today is go over what's actually happening, and that way, hopefully, we can head some of that off. Okay, the dramatic news: Biden will not be on the ballot in New Hampshire for the primary. Okay? That doesn't mean he's not running. It doesn't mean that he's a clone or a robot or whatever is going to be said. What you have are two conflicting rule sets. In New Hampshire, I think it's a state law there, that their primary has to be the first in the nation. They have to be first. Well, the Democratic Party as a whole, the DNC, they want the first primary that the Democratic Party has, they want it to be more representative of what the Democratic Party actually looks like. So, they have decided that the first real primary, I guess, the first one that's going to count as far as delegates, well, that's South Carolina. If you don't know what I mean, the Democratic Party is not like all white. The Democratic Party, it looks like the United States. It's a pretty broad cross section. New Hampshire is like 89% white. So it's not representative of the Democratic Party. So that's where the DNC is coming from on this. So they want it to be South Carolina, which is a little bit closer, especially considering that black voters have kind of been a deciding factor for the Democratic Party. So they want them to have representation early on in the process. It's really that simple. Because the DNC sent out these rules, Biden is obligated to follow them. So he's not going to file to have his name on the ballot. If you're in New Hampshire, you can still write him in. But he will not file to have his name on the ballot because according to the DNC rules, it needs to be South Carolina. And from my understanding, I think Biden was actually one of the advocates for moving it to South Carolina. The fact that all of this didn't get worked out is, I mean, it's like that old joke. No, I don't belong to an organized political party. I'm a Democrat type of thing. This should have been handled before now, but doesn't look like it is. And it doesn't look like it'll be rectified by the time New Hampshire's primary rolls around. But because Biden isn't going to be on it, be ready for just a litany of wild claims about why he's not on it. The answer is simple. There are two rule sets, and one of them he has to follow if he wants delegates, which is what he needs to win the primary. So my understanding is that New Hampshire, Democrats in New Hampshire are actually encouraging people to write Biden's name in. And I think election officials are trying to figure out how to deal with that because that creates an entirely new issue when it comes to counting a whole bunch of write-in ballots. But that's what's going on. No great mystery here. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.